in this lesson where we're talking about how to make rails. We're going to start with our sketch of, let's say, 10 by 10, it's okay. And for positioning the rail, we're going to make an inset of, can be 0.1 units. We're going to position the rail all around that area. First of making stairs, if to set the position of the stairs in the sides, you have to use this tool, and we're going to set the first variables of the stairs. First one is the offset of my rail. That is the distance between the border and the rail. All right. I will set my offset as 0.02 units, and then the other variable will be my the poles of the rail, the thickness of the poles of the rail. That will be the first two variables. My poles will have 0.05 units of thickness. Now, first, I'm going to use this tool in the size of my inset, and for the south, I will set the offset distance, my offset, and in these sides I will rename it as floor. Okay. Now the result, you have an offset here, and then after that we're going to put our rail. We use again this tool, but this time we're going to set the south distance as pole thickness, and then our result will be floor, and our side we will rename it as a railing. This is the result. Now our railing will be this. Now we have to cut our poles. First of all, we're going to cut the corner poles, and for that we have this tool that I will use it in my sides, in the place of the railing, and I will set this to merge the corners. It's okay, and the result will be this. Now I have a pool in my corners. Now I have to cut the poles in the poles in the rest of the rail. Here in center, I have to set another variable that will be pole distance. I will say my poles will be 1 unit between each other, and then here in the center I'm going to make a cut that we have by length perpendicular to cut. This is very important, perpendicular to cut. My primary distance will be pole thickness, and my secondary distance will be pole distance, and I will adjust by the secondary distance, and then I will put my labels. My primary will be north, and my secondary will be south. Okay? And my edge, I have to arrange the edges. And the result of that will be this. Now I have my poles to make an extrusion. Now I'm going to select here, which was the primary north. Okay, I will select here north, and now I'm going to set another variable that will be rail height, that I'm going to say that will be 1.1 units. Here I will set an extrude of 1 rail edge here, and also the corners, and this will be my result. Now you can rename the sides as railing, and then I'm going to set my top rail for my railing. For that, I will be use this part. I'm going to make an overlapping geometry. Here I'm going to add an extrude of amount rail edge. Okay, the result will be this, but I'm going to say that this sides will be invisible, sorry. And in my caps, I'm going to add another extrude of 0.01 unit. Okay, that's it. And that will have close, will have bottom, and in the output, in the sides, I will rename it as railing, and the bottom. This will be the result. Now I have a top rail. I can add now a wooden piece for this top rail. Let's define a profile here. Top, okay. And my top rail will be something like this. And let's place it here. I will say an extrude where east will be top, west will be top, and the output will be wood. And sorry, I messed it up here. North will be top, south will be top. That is okay. Perfect. Now what you have your top rail with the wooden piece. Now we have to make our railing panels. Okay, I'm going to make a simple rail that will be like this. First, I have these parts, the cuts, that is south. I'm going to make an extrusion of 0.1 unit with the sides will be invisible. And then in this cap, I'm going to make another extrusion of 0.02 units. And in this case, this will be with bottom, and the sides will be rail, also the bottom. Now I have the down rail, and I will rename this part this way as floor. Now I have the floor and I have the down rail. Now I make bars for this rail. First, I'm going to make some calculations. I have here I have 0.1 unit, and the thickness of this is 0.1 and 0.02. That's 0.12 units. So I'm going to make a variable that will be h1 that will have rail h minus 0.12 units. And that is, in the cap here, I'm going to make an extrusion of that height, h1. This is the result now. It goes exactly to the down of the top rail. Okay? Now I have to make another calculation. I will say T1 will be pole thickness minus 0.01. This will be the thickness of my bars, 0.01, divided by 2. And here, in this extrude, I'm going to select the south side, and the rest of the sides will be invisible, and also the caps. This will be the result. Now I only have the south side, and for that side I will make an extrusion of minus T1 units the result, and my sides will be also invisible, but because of my bars will be 0.01 units, I will add here minus T1 plus 0.01 units. Now I'm going to cut here in this side my bars. Okay, that will be the cap of this. I'm going to cut. My length perpendicular to cut, and my primary distance will be the thickness of the bar, 0.01, and my secondary distance will be the distance between bars that I'll say that we 0.1 unit, okay? And I will justify by the secondary. My labels will be for my primary will be railing, and my secondary will be invisible. And I'm arrange the edges, and we'll see our result. This is our result. Now, the only thing is to make an extrusion. I'm going to select here rail, and I'm going to make an extrude of 0.01 unit, and the output will be railing. Now I have my bars correctly centered, and I have to label this. That was this. I have to rename here as railing, and that's it. Now you have this rail that have the characteristics of be adaptable to any shape. If I change this shape, let me make a really crazy shape. Close it. You will have your rail that adapts perfectly to any shape. Maybe you have to test your rail in very short spaces, and in that places you must correct for example here this is a fail. Is this cut that is failing? If that happens, you have to add another, and goes to here. Let's see what happened now. Okay. We will rename this as floor. That's it. Or in even shorter distance. Let's see what happened now. Now you have here a fail. You have to make an else here. And maybe in this case you only have to rename it as invisible. And that is okay. Well, now you know how to make rails. You can make any design you want for these rail panels. It's also useful, the rail panels that start, the rail panels starts, let's see, starts here. It's useful to make a function like this and convert it into a instance for the rail make quicker that optimize the execution of the rail. Well, that's it for this class. I hope that will be useful in your future 3D experience. Bye.